What was I doing the last time? General Tullius's favorite restaurant is Arby's. Redguard is a Tamrielic corruption of the word Ragada, Yokudin for warrior wave. This wave of warriors swept over the land now known as Hammerfell in the First Era. Why not download some new land and quest mods? It's like fanfic you can play. The charm is intensified by the energy you bring to it, by your own skills, just as all spells are. Karlovac Townway, 2920, Rain's Hand. Her hands released his oh. The Real Baron Zaya Volume 4, unabridged. Okay. Periite is the Daedric Prince of Tasks, Order, and Pestilence. He is considered one of the weakest of the princes, despite being depicted as a dragon. Heavy armor absorbs more damage, but it also weighs more than light armor. Go figure. Right, I think I was heading back to Whiterun or something. Oh. Chair, down of this, down a kick, down of table, Man, Gamepad plus is not very responsive. Oh, not come on, every time, guys. I'm not leveled for this, no?
You'll beg me to kill you before I'm done! That's all you got? That's nothing. I'll gut you! Enough! I cannot best you!
so sick of these vampire attacks. Where were you aiming? Decaf. What am I? What am I doing? Visit the Riften Fishery. Eclipse. What? This can't be 100. Let me check something over here. Oops. Over here real quick. Alright, tax chance. This is odd. None of this is the same as what I have set. I don't know, hiring thugs seems kind of like a big deal. But the step guide recommends 0. Of course, the step guide also is angry at the GOG version existing. Obviously, I don't buy it now, but I can't help but wonder what the hay I should spend stuff on. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have slept yet. Maybe I should have gone around pickpocketing, because a pickpocket is extra pockets is really important, especially in survival mode.
You've done well.
Darn, I missed.
I'm just itching for a fight.
All I can think about is my son.
I think like 10 of my levels maybe is just from smacking people with the bravery spell, whatever it's called. People with cows. Let's not forget cows.
We'll rule Skyrim
What is Earth?
forever! Terrible and powerful Talos. We are onward. Servants give praise, for only through your grace and levels may we truly reach enlightenment. We are
You tried mercy? You found it! I've been looking for that blade for months. You took on all those bandits yourself? Thank you.
Oh, not by
Here,
myself. I
my
had
father
both
had a
for-
favorite sword and shield technique.
And my horse got in
Let
the
me
way
teach
a
it to
bunch.
you, in honor of his memory.
Yay.
Travel safe.
You have the Jarl's confidence.
What? No, I wanted to go climb to the top. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Vampires are gone, I think. Oh, and else is scrambling.
future of Skyrim, the future of
You're a creepy man there, Heimsker. I must admit, you have leaks. Beheaded Talos. Oh, at least do his research. Why does he have the poison? Firmament. It's almost like Christmas. Certificate of Authenticity. This item is certified to be of the highest quality Nordic Stalrim, hand selected for its purity, color, and magical affinity, guaranteed to retain its luster and resist weathering for years to come. crafted by Hugin Ice Shaper of Raven Rock, Master Artisan. For sale, one tamed mountain goat, able to carry a hefty amount of weight to the throat of the world and back again. Gives good milk. If interested in purchasing, see Halvar in Rorikstead. Halvar. 14th of 2nd Seed. The rabbits here seem particularly adept at sniffing out potion ingredients. I recently found one nibbling on my thistle plants and managed to capture it. It is my hope that I will be able to train it to lead me to the most bountiful flora. 22nd of 2nd Seed. The rabbit, which I have decided to name Thistle in honor of the carefully cultivated plants it managed to destroy, is showing great promise. It has proven to be quite tame and even rather intelligent. Getting it to respond to commands, however, can be a bit of a trial. I resorted to plying it with carrots. Good luck with that. Halvar's Journal. Came to town a few days ago looking for work. The folks here are nice enough and there's plenty of wheat and potatoes needing to be harvested, so I've got a steady supply of coin coming in. I don't think I'm going to need my old pack goat Hilda for much longer. All my bones are starting to creak and my adventuring days are long over. Now I just need to find someone willing to take care of her. Maybe get a few coins for her too. There's strength in those old bones of hers yet. Ah, how I'm going to miss wandering the wilds of Skyrim. I saw so many strange and wonderful things out there. Pine trees as tall as mountains, old Nord tombs. I once even stumbled across a wandering spirit made of pure ice. Even ran across a few folks trying their hand at taming different types of creatures. Don't know why they'd want anything but a loyal dog or trusty goat like my Hilda, though. Some of them beasts out in the wild just aren't meant to be tamed. Ran across an alchemist and a pet rabbit and almost got robbed by a thief with a tamed fox, but I suppose a rabbit or a fox could be docile enough. But that pickpocket trying to train a skeever must have been as mad as old Sheo. And I don't want to think too hard about the vampire that almost made a meal out of me. Could have sworn it had a trained frostbite spider. Gives me the shivers just thinking about it. Uh-oh. Sod's note on bandit attacks. The roads have been unkind to this one, plagued by outlaws along the route from Whiterun to Markarth. Guards travel through Sod, yes, but they are ill-equipped to deal with one such as this. They wield strange golden weapons and wear gleaming armor. Risat has read of such things only in stories. Their encampment is found just west of North Britishin Pass. Each time they sit upon us, they shout, "The saints would like to browse your wares today." The brutes steal mostly trinkets and oddities, no matter how cheap this one knows them to be. Then they allow Risat to go on his way. Risat has not yet fought back. While it has harmed this one's coin purse, it is not worth a life. Risat has heard of another gang patrolling the roads further north, calling themselves the Seducers. They are known for their menacing dark armor. Skyrim grows more perilous by the day. They are known to camp along the road west of Fort Kastav. This one would pay handsomely to any who would help. Risat fears for any who might come to harm at the hands of these worrisome pests. I should reflect on my crafting skills. Stitch in time. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sitgir, and I have the honor to be the Jarl of the proud and ancient city of Falkreath. The fame of your exploits across Skyrim has brought you to my attention. If you are interested in becoming a Thane of Falkreath Hold, I invite you to speak to me the next time you are in Falkreath. Aside from the honor that accrues to the title, my Thanes are entitled to a personal housecarl. I also can tell you privately that a choice parcel of land in Falkreath would be available for your purchase, should your services prove useful to me. I look forward to meeting you in person. I remain Jarl Sitgir of Falkreath. Hey, boss. Heard about your work at Golden Hills Plantation. I can get back to my job there. My carriage's wheels are now at your command. Thanks, boss. Banner. Stitch in time. In the name of Jarl Balgruuf the Greater, it is with great regret that we inform you of Lemkill's death. The deceased has bequeathed unto you a measure of inheritance in the amount of 100 gold pieces. The Jarl's court has levied an amount of 10 gold pieces from the sum as the lawfully and honorably due tax. The remainder has been commended unto the care of a trusted courier for deliverance. While all of the Jarl's court grieves with you on this day, we rejoice in the knowledge that the deceased was in possession of dear friends and wealth to communicate unto them. May this lawfully bestowed inheritance prove as your reminder of your enduring faith in one another, and of the Jarl's beneficence accorded unto you both. I feel strange, hot and cold all at once. My hand shakes. Hard to write, so dizzy. I think I've been poisoned. Seems she got the better of me after all. What is this from? I don't remember where I picked this up. Long ago, my ancestors built a great hall on the mountainside north of Battle Gulch Mine. They called it Hendraheim, a warrior's home that rivaled Sovngarde itself. As the last of my clan, I wish to bequeath this home to a true warrior. You are not a Nord, yet I've heard your prowess in battle rivals that of our most legendary fighters. I ask you to prove it with your blade. Edwina Shieldhearth. Aether and Daedra. The designations of gods, demons, Aether, and Daedra are universally confusing to the layman. They are often used interchangeably. Aether and Daedra are not relative terms. They are elvish and exact. Azura is a Daedra both in Skyrim and Morrowind. Aedra is usually translated as ancestor, which is as close as Cyrodiilic can come to this elven concept. Daedra means roughly not our ancestors. This distinction was crucial to the Dunmer, whose fundamental split into ideology is represented in their mythical genealogy. Aedra are associated with stasis. Daedra represent change. Aedra created the mortal world and are bound to the earth bones. Daedra, who cannot create, have the power to change. As part of the divine contract of creation, Aedra can be killed. What? What divine contract? Witness Lorcan and the Moons. The Protean Daedra, for whom the rules do not apply, can only be banished. That seems cheap. Wild horse note. Spotted gray near marker outdoor of Salvius Farm. Dapple brown near Solitude across the river from Catless Farm near a Dragon Mound. Chestnut east of Helgen not far from the roadside. Red west of White Run in the open plains. Spotted white lower east march in the cliffs north of Shore Stone. Pale mare east of Windhelm north of Hollyfrost Farm in the forest nearing the shoreline. Black west of Falkreath past the nearby ruins. If I had the coin, I'd hire a wizard to use Detect Life and help me find these horses. Status, active, capture or kill, high priority. Description, female, orc, late 40s, background. Yatugra Orkul is a former blacksmith at the Stash and Slosh in the Imperial City, a shop she inherited from her father. She was contacted by the Crimson Dirks and recruited to forge arms to the bandits as well as launder sack goods through her shop. When the Imperial City Guard issued a warrant for her arrest, she fled the city with another member of the bandit gang. Operational notes. Yachtu was originally thought to have fled to the High Rock and taken refuge in an orc stronghold. However, according to our informant, she actually traveled with another agent to Skyrim. Reports of unusually well-made weapons and armor being peddled out of Embershard Mine may be related. This information should be forwarded to Commander Caius in Whiterun, as the mine falls under his jurisdiction. 23rd of First Seed. Urval wanted so badly to make a go at being farmers, so here we are now with our own rocky plot of land and a ruined old farmhouse with a leaky roof. It's not what I dreamed of, but we'll make the best of it. At least the soil's good, even if it's full of boulders. I'll be able to get a nice garden going, with all the ingredients I need for my potions. The income from that should get us through the first winter, if nothing else. 10th of Second Seed. I found a secret room walled off in the basement. It will do nicely for my alchemy lab. I love my husband dearly, but he can be a pig-headed dope when it comes to the gentle magics of the earth. If it weren't for my potions, little Rin would have perished last winter from a fever. First of Frostfall. Our plantation is doing well enough, but Urval's eyes are getting bigger than his purse. He was talking of purchasing a wagon recently, like we don't sometimes struggle to put food on the table. A wagon, honestly. I've seen the ugly looks he gives my potions and herbs, but where else are we going to get the money for all the things he buys? Next thing you know, he'll be trying to buy another farm. 13th of mid-year. Rin's gone missing. We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him. Can't find him. His little wooden sword is missing too. God's preserve me, I hope he hasn't run off. He doesn't realize how dangerous it is out there on the tundra. 16th of mid-year. It's been 3 days now. My little boy is still gone. I don't like how Urval is looking at me. His eyes are too dark, too still, like a frozen lake. I think I even heard him mutter something about getting what I deserve. Could he have? No, I dare not even put the thought to paper. He did it. He must have. That monster killed my son, and now he looks at me with those hate-filled eyes and a mocking smirk. He despises my alchemical art so much that he took my son from me to punish me. I've never brewed poison before, but I know how it's done. I know how to bottle death. A few drops in his mead and my child will be avenged. It is done. The gods will damn me, but they will damn him more for the murder of a child. Rin, I'm so sorry. I wish I could have... Wait, I hear some... My fingers are trembling, the golden claws finally in my hands, and within the power of the ancient Nordic heroes. That fool, Lucan Valerius, had no idea that his favorite store decoration was actually the key to Bleak Falls Barrow. Now I just need to get to the Hall of Stories and unlock the door. Legend says there is a test that the Nords put in place to keep the unworthy away. That when you have the golden claw, the solution is in the palm of your hands. They've had me working down here for days now. It's not the time that's getting me to me, though. It's these tunnels. I've told them countless times now to add extra supports to the weak sections of tunnel. If only we had more of those wooden beams that we reinforced with bronze bottoms. Honestly, if I hear the earth shift one more time above my head, I'll be so stressed I may stop drinking for good. I mean, what's a Nord without his mead? Coming to this area was a brilliant decision. The local flora seemed to have many useful properties that I've been able to utilize to do potions. Outside, the rich soil has allowed the cuttings I've collected to grow into fine and bountiful plants. This afternoon, I think I will journey out for more mushrooms, as my current supply is beginning to dwindle. On a personal note, I have moved my alchemy work outside the shack. I find the midday air is a boon to my health, as well as inspirational to my work. Lost Legends of Skyrim by Talskar the Elder, archivist of Winterhold. The history of Skyrim is vast, predating even the most ancient records of man and mare. Much has been lost, fallen to the ravages of war or the turning of the ages, but nothing is ever truly forgotten. Where no records exist, legends and folk tales to offer us a key to the past, a way to piece together truths half remembered in the minds of men. Oh, that coffee came out better today. For generations, the people of Morthal have told whispered tales of the Pale Lady, a ghostly woman who wanders the northern marshes forever seeking her lost daughter. Some say she steals children who wander astray, others that her sobbing wail strikes dead all those who hear it. Behind these tales may lie a kernel of truth, for ancient records speak of Albriel, a mysterious figure Iskormor's heirs battled for decades and finally sealed away. Reachmen tell the story of Fowlin Red Eagle, an ancient king who rallied his people and drove back the armies of Cyrodiil with a flaming sword. Though accounts vary, they too seem to be based on an underlying truth. The imperial chronicles of Empress Hestra mention a rebel leader of that era who was eventually cornered and slain in battle at the cost of a full legion of men. But some tales prove far harder to analyze. Among scholars, perhaps, the best known is the forbidden legend of the Archmage Galder. What's that Archmage? In the dawning days of the First Era, the story goes, there lived a powerful wizard with the name of Galder. Excuse me. Wise and just, he is well known in the courts of King Harold. He was well known in the courts of King Harold and the Jarls of Skyrim, and his aid and counsel were sought by man and mare alike. And then he was murdered. Some say one of his sons killed him, others that King Harold, jealous of his power, gave the order. But Golder's 3 sons fled into the night, pursued by a company of Harold's best warriors, and the Lord Geirmund, the king's personal battle mage. A great chase ensued from the wilds of the Reach to the glacial north. One brother is said to have perished in the ruins of Folgunther at the foot of Solitude. The others were run aground soon thereafter, and once it was done, King Harold ordered every record of their murders destroyed, and Golder's name and deeds were struck from the rolls of history. Even today, few sources remain, and no bard will tell the tale. But perhaps the truth yet remains in some ancient ruin, waiting to be unearthed. For nothing is ever truly forgotten. Ma and Pa are fighting again. They're always fighting these days. Ma hates how obsessed Pa is with cows and the price of wheat and all that boring stuff. Pa doesn't like Ma's flowers or her bottles of goopy stuff. I don't like the goopy stuff either, but it does make me feel better when I'm sick, so I guess it's okay. I can't wait till I'm old enough to join the Legion and get away from the farm. I've been practicing every day with my sword. I think I'm good enough to be a captain or even a general. But Pa doesn't want me to join the Legion because he says I have to take over the farm when I'm old enough. Ma doesn't want me to go because it's dangerous. That's about the only thing they agree on. I bet if I defeated a bandit or killed a wolf or something, that would show them. Then they would have to let me join up with the Legion. Pa always tells me to stay away from the old well, the one toward the tall monument out by the tree sitting on a rock. Wolves like to hunt out there, he says, so that's where I'll go. I'll kill a wolf, that'll bring home its head, and that'll prove I'm a man and not a baby. I'm tired of listening to Ma and Pa yell at each other anyway. The Etherian Wars by Terran Trent, dedicated to Cantria, my friend and colleague. The end, when it came, was swift. In the span of 3 short years, the great dwarven cities of Skyrim, from Markarth to the Volothy Mountains, fell before the armies of the High King. Cities that had held fast against the Nords for over 100 years crumbled abruptly and without warning. For centuries, scholars had marveled at the sudden collapse of the Dwemer city-states. Even the Nords seemed to have been taken by surprise, though their chroniclers were quick to ascribe their success to King Geller's inspired tactics and the blessings of Shor. My research suggests a much different cause, however. In the decades preceding their fall, the dwarven cities of Skyrim had been decimated by internal disputes and infighting over a most surprising cause, Aetherium. Modern scholars know Aetherium as a rare, luminescent blue crystal found in some Dwemer ruins. Most consider it little more than a curiosity, as it has proven all but impossible to work with. While it has a strong magical aura, it is alchemically inert, and no known process can enchant, smelt, mold, bind, or break it. To the dwarves, of course, such problems are merely a challenge. In the years following King Harold's reign, the Dwemer discovered a considerable source of Aetherium in their deepest delvings. An alliance of 4 cities led by Archthams, the great research city in the southern reach, was formed to oversee its extraction, processing, and study, and a new Aetherium forge constructed to smelt it under precisely controlled conditions. If the inscriptions I discovered are to be believed, the results were nothing short of spectacular. The items produced by the forge were artifacts of immense power, imbued from the moment of their creation with powerful enchantments. The Dwarven Alliance shattered almost immediately as the 4 city-states and their rivals attempted to claim the forge. We can only speculate that none were successful. Decades of conflict merely weakened them all, allowing for King Geller's subsequent conquests. And though the Dwemer reclaimed most of their lands a century later, there is no evidence that they ever resumed their research on Aetherium. Perhaps the costs had just been too great. But nothing like the Aetherium forge described in the inscriptions has ever been found within the borders of Skyrim. It may have been destroyed long ago by the Nord invaders or the Dwemer themselves. Or perhaps it, like the secrets of Aetherium itself, still remains to be discovered. The Legend of Red Eagle by Tredane Dren, archivist of Winterhold. This tale was transcribed from the memory of Clarice Vienne, student of Winterhold. Elements of the legend suggest a date circa the First Era, 1030, although, as with any oral tradition, much of it is likely a later anachronism. Curiously, stories of a similar king and his legendary blade appear in other ancient myths of the Reach. Long ago, a child was born in the Sundered Hills. They named him Falan, which means red eagle in the tongue of the Reach, for the screeching bird call that greeted his birth in the crimson blooms on the autumn hills. Thus began his legend, Reach Child. Born under auspicious skies, his very name, the color of blood. 10 kings ruled the Reach in those days, and though men were free, the people were scattered and warred amongst themselves. The augurs foresaw the boy's destiny, a warrior without peer, first and foremost, Lord of the Reach, chosen to unite all under his name. Falan grew with years in strength, and it seemed the prophecy would be fulfilled. The banner of the Red Eagle was raised along the cliffs of the Reach, and his people prospered. Then came Hestra, Empress of the South, riding to war. One by one the kings stood before her. One by one they fell aside, bending knee, and imperial bargains are slaughtered on the battlefield. Her legions came at last to the Sundered Hills, and envoys were sent to bargain for their surrender. Falan refused to yield the freedom of his people, but the elders were afraid, cast him out, and accepted the imperial yoke. Thus was stolen by the foreign invaders his land, his people, his very name. In the years that followed, Red Eagle became known as the untamed spirit of the Reach, unbowed, unbroken, stained by the blood of his foes. He gathered loyal Reachmen to himself, those who clung to the old ways, who yearned for freedom and forged a new nation. Together they fell upon the occupiers and the traitors by night, disappearing into the cliffs and caves each morn, evading capture. It was not enough. For every Imperial patrol and garrison they wiped out, yet more seemed to march from the Green South to replace them. One night, under a cloud-choked sky, the men of the Red Eagle warmed themselves over damp fires of smoldering moss. A huddled, shambling figure came to them, cloaked in rags, face cowled. Though his men mocked and cast stones at the stranger, Falan sensed something and beckoned. The cowl was thrown back in the dim light, and she revealed herself to be one of the ancient and venerable hag ravens. She offered power for a price, and a pact was made. Thus was brokered to the witch his heart, his will, his humanity. From that day forth, his was a spirit of vengeance, pitiless and beyond remorse. The rebels grew in strength and numbers, and none could stand against them. Falan's eyes burned coldly in those days, black opals reflecting a mind not entirely his own. 2 years passed, and the foreigners were all but driven from the Reach. Such peace could not last, however, and a great host fell upon them, a swift army of invaders unlike any before. For a fortnight Hestra's generals laid siege to Red Eagle's stronghold, till he himself came forth for battle, alone and robed in nothing but his righteous fury. 1,000 foreigners fell before his flaming sword, and the enemy was routed. Yet when night fell, so too did he. The warriors who came to him said Falan's eyes were clear again on that final night. He was taken to the place prepared for him, a tomb hidden deep within the rock. With his remaining strength he presented his sword to his people and swore an oath. Fight on, and when at last the Reach is free, his blade should be returned, that he might rise and lead them again. Thus was given for his people, his life, his dream, his sword. But when every debt is repaid in blood, these he shall reclaim once more. "14th of first seed. Today is the first day of our new lives. I bought a sizable piece of land with a rundown farmhouse for dirt cheap just outside of Roadstead. No one else wanted it on account of how rocky it is. Too many boulders, the other men said, but Yonquil and I have strong backs and willing hearts. We'll get those boulders out and turn this fertile land into a plantation they could only dream of. This will be the perfect place to raise our little wren. 21st of second seed. Long day. Hand hurts almost too much to write. Farmhouse is repaired and the first plants are in the ground. Feels good. We did it. Yonquil kissed me tonight like she did when we were first married. Her eyes are calling me. First of sun's height. We harvested our first crops today. It wasn't much, but it's a start. When I watched the sun's rays first break over the horizon on our fields today, I knew what to name this place, Golden Hills Plantation, after Akatosh's glorious life. Soon it will be an inheritance worthy of our son. Just a bit longer, I know it. 23rd of Frostfall. My heart is troubled. Rain is fast growing into a strapping young boy, though he spends too much time playing with that wooden sword of his, dreaming of running off to join the Legion. But my dear wife, Yonquil, her strangeness worries me. Sometimes she'll disappear for hours at a time, and then turn up in the house as though she'd been there all along. I often see her carrying a basket full of strange, dark flowers, and she won't tell me what they are or where she got them. And last winter, when Rin fell ill with fever, Yonquil produced a small black bottle from who knows where and poured who knows what down his throat. Only a few minutes later, the fever was gone. Yonquil refused to tell me if it was in the bottle or where she got it. I was so happy that she saved our little boy, of course, but horror preserved me. But I'm afraid that my wife is a danger worshipper or a witch. 16th of mid-year. Rin has been missing for 3 days. My little boy. I've searched everywhere, but there's no trace of him. Even his favorite toy sword is missing. What if wolves got him, or brigands snatched him away? Yonquil's been watching me. I don't like the look in her eyes. She hasn't cried at all. What kind of mother doesn't cry when her child is missing? What if... I dare not even put the thought to paper. It's unthinkable. I found it. I found Yonquil's secret. This is the place she's been disappearing to. The potions, the plants, the books. Such evil and unnatural things I found down there. Divines help me, my wife is a witch. I didn't want to open her foul books, but I had to know. Oh, I had to. Deadly Nightshade, that's what the plant is called, the one I saw her sneaking around with. She grows it everywhere in this hidden place. She must have poisoned my son. I've seen the sneer on her face, the laughter in her eyes as she watched me tearing apart the farm looking for him. She was mocking me. I've never felt rage like this. I'm shaking with it, sweating with it. I know exactly what I've got to do. My son's spirit whispers to me, demanding vengeance. I keep an axe by the door for dealing with wild animals. It will do for dealing with a witch as well. I nearly turned around and went back to Cyrodiil because Bjormund wouldn't shut up. From dawn to dusk it was Skyrim this and Skyrim that. Hadn't even crossed the mountains yet. I felt like I'd spent an eternity in the place. But by Malakath he kept going. He went on about all the different legends and the hundreds of Ragnars involved in them. He talked for hours about his family and for days about his mead. Sometimes he even sang about them. Silence was not an option. Perhaps if they put that on my bounty I might have been okay with the rest of it. But as a blacksmith, there was one story I didn't get tired of. The one about the Skyforge. It's an ancient relic watched over by a great stone eagle, he said. Come spring, you will be forging weapons under its wings, he said. I ate it up, even though I knew it was a lie. The Skyforge was for legendary smiths, and I was a wanted criminal. Unless the guard decided to quit looking for us, I was going to spend the rest of my life crafting orcish plate for bandits, idiots who didn't deserve my work and lacked the brains to value it. Maybe that's what pissed me off the most about Bjormund's tales of hearth and home. We weren't going to be welcome in Skyrim, or anywhere for that matter. We were Crimson Dirks. We had a home, and now it was gone. I don't know what to do with flawed Barlow stone. Should I just sell them? Excuse me. Super excited.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fellow who wrote the cookbook.
Such time. You have been cordially invited to dinner and drinks at Bloodchill Manor. As an honored guest, you are encouraged to come early and mingle with the other attendees. When you are ready to feast, ask the house waiter for a menu, and he will let you into the banquet hall. The finest and most delectable dishes will be on display. There will be no need for appetizers. Yeah, right. Once everyone is ready and seated, a full course awaits. Come for the dinner, stay for the drinks. I think they're so funny too. The idea of just going around and of like buffing and healing people. Oops, it's just falling over. Take that, Preventus. Take that, whoever you are. Get stronger. Ha ha ha.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Yeah, whatever.
Keep
Why
your
am I
hands to
sneaking?
yourself.
Why was I sneaking?
Not a thief trying to rob me, right?
No.
I grew up hearing songs about Ailde the bear. She wrestled a storm out of the sky.
No, I only started hearing about that recently, and now they just say it a lot. Not me. Oh, excuse my apologies. Oh, I don't have anything worth taking. Hogfish.
Ain't nobody high and mighty in these halls, except in the Jarl. And don't you forget.
Okay.
I'm just itching for a fight.
Hey, hands off!
I don't even have any. God.
Thinking of settling in?
Oh,
The house was freehold. You should talk to the steward.
stupid. Should talk to the steward.
Keep on! For we are
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthor. Mages in the burial crypt? No good will come of that.
Glory only waits for You've done well.
So I'm heading back to Golden Hills Plantation.
Good afternoon. Where do you want to go? Climbing back and we'll be off.
Yeah.
Just sit back. This won't take long.
I'm just itching for a fight.
Very good, sir. Take care, friend.
I had a funny little feeling when you sit down tonight.
I'm just...
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead.
I am a daughter of Skyrim. I love this land.
What the heck? Where'd you go? Don't do that.
Divine smile on you, friend. Of course. What room would you like me to furnish? Very good. Is there anything else you need? Of course. What room would you like me to furnish? Very good. Travel safe. Good to see you again, friend. Of course. What room would you like me to furnish? Very good.
Stop it. Dang it. I put it. It's a beneficial enchantment.
Hello, Fred. Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere? Climb and back, and we'll be off. It's almost getting downright hot now.
Looking down, the light is shining up into your eyes. And now there's music coming through the night. Until you see tomorrow, we just want tonight. Looking back, remember how you were the only one. But now you know the lonely days are done.
Did you see a dog out there? I don't know, really. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road. I was hoping you'd seen it.
Nope, sorry.
Guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
Yeah, that's nice. Where did you come from?
I'm just itching for a fight.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brewers. Into since we've had a good bandit raid.
Oh my god, excuse me. Oh god. cluster break, not concoctions, for some reason.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Oh, jeez.
What do you think you're doing? Think you can...
I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside.
Oh, no. Call upon me if I can be of any service. Don't let the shop's name frighten you away. I know it's a bit strange. Not exactly a name to... But what you must understand about Falkreath is that our town is That's why the inn is called Dead Man's Drink, the farm is called Corpse Light Farm, and so on. I suppose it's sort of a running joke. Well, my family back in Hammerfell didn't approve of my interest in lethal poisons and death in general, so I left and wandered north. When I found this town, with its huge cemetery, I felt right at home. I opened the shop, and I've never looked back. This is Take a look.
Time to visit the racist Grapevine Guts.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Well met. Unlike my brother,
wait,
I've
no,
no
it's
dislike
not.
of strangers. Met lots of them while I was a Stormcloak. His name's Bolin. If you meet him, don't expect much in the way of conversation. He ain't one for talking, especially with folk he don't know. I was once, but not anymore. I was wounded in a skirmish up near Windhelm. This was years ago, mind you. Now maybe I don't pick up a blade in Ulfric's name no more, but I still hold with his ideals. Skyrim is Nordland, and we ought to rule it. We don't need no help from the Empire on that count. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Could be knowing it's up to me. I will survive, I will endure. When the going's rough, you can be sure I'll tough it out.
Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it. Don't mind Bolin. He's young and gets violent easily.
Cast those illusions.
I've gotta be strong. Tears drops, no one sees but me. I won't stop. I'll always believe I will survive. I will endure when the going's rough. You can't be sure I'll tough it out. I won't give in if
that we might better understand the freedom.
as long as my dreams alive, I will survive. As long as my dreams alive, I will survive. I will endure when
Who's
the
this?
going's
I am.
rough. You can't
But
be
to
sure.
do an old elf a favor, blessing of Arcade.
If I'm knocked down, I get up
Oh,
again.
merciful Arcade, Ghost is my assistant. He helps me tend the headstones and keep our cemetery clean, as befits it.
I will survive.
Stay out of my way.
Is he calling me a boot because I'm an adventurer, or is he calling me a boot because
I'd be alone.
I'm a lizard?
I'm happy to be a bed full of me.
Need something?
I can't believe we let provincials like you want
Alright,
to
I
start.
can sell this firewood book.
My husband Matthias and I tend Corpse Light Farm.
Need something?
I'm just itching for a fight.
I'm the steward here. I serve under Jarl Siggeir, and Jarl Dengir before him.
I protect the Jarl, whoever that might be.
good to see you. Ah, it's you. There's a group of... The cut they were giving me was good. Until later, then.
Of course.
Falkreath's warriors always return, one way or another.
Honest pay for honest work. Yes, and I couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Arkay's influence is strong here, and he likes to keep it this way. The cemetery is ancient. It's been here longer than the town. I'm no scholar, but I know that a lot of battles have been fought here over the course of history. After each battle, more dead were buried, and the graveyard got bigger. I heard it's now the biggest graveyard in Skyrim. Good to talk to you.
I'm just itching for a fight.
doesn't look normal.
Get ready. Trouble ahead.
Where? Oh no. Oh, let's use these here. This doesn't look like the smartest place to take them out.
Excellent.
Never thought I'd see the day we were run out of knife point gang. At least the storm should cover our tracks. Vidgrod, Rain, and I took shelter in a cave for the night. Looks like there's an old ruin here. At least there are no Draugr around. Vidgrod and Rain both want to set up here for a while. Maybe do some raiding. They ought to know better. The road's deserted, especially this time of year. Plenty of better places up north. But they seem awfully insistent about staying here. Wouldn't even lend a hand when I went out to hunt tonight. Something's wrong. Rain hasn't said a word since she woke up this morning and just keeps staring off into space. Vidgrod isn't much better. He's sick? Not like any illness I ever heard of. I just walk out on them, but I can't seem to get up the nerve. I feel like something's holding me back. What is this place? We're not alone. I can hear him now. Someone speaking in my mind. Old, powerful. Haldir, that's the name. He wants something from us. Needs us to stay for the magic to work. I tried to run. Can't. Just like them. Rain jumped first, onto the cairn. That's what Master wants. Blood, sacrifice, power to live again. His magic, I can feel it pulsing in my blood. He's draining us. We'll serve him soon. Our bodies, our souls, just like the others. They're waiting. It's my turn. Spirit light. I wish you could look up your recipes without having to enter the crafting menu.
Death comes for you now when hides from the dead.
Oh, these aren't very tough ghosts.
I will return!
Ah, was close.
I don't like the look of this.
Death comes for you now. No. Hides from the dead.
What can I do for you, friend? What do you need? Please, call upon me if I can be of any service.
All the living shall fear the dead.
the hell is Uthgard? Don't lock my followers out of the battles. Where is Uthgard? Get out of the floor!
We've stopped. What is it? What can I do for you, friend?
Long press.
Now let's move.
Let me see.
Is that it?
Go. What?
That's the best, huh?
Second seed. It has been a long time since I've written an entry in this journal. I admit with some embarrassment that when I pulled it out of the shelf, I nearly choked from the dust that flowed. There's little to tell, but to suffer another awful nightmare of the war. I suppose this isn't an affliction, and common to many, you must see the horrors of war firsthand. Writing about it has already helped me to feel better. 19, the second seed, received a letter from Anders in Whiterun. He has invited me to visit, and I intend to accept. It's been a long time since I was in the city. My only fear is the Dalmor. I have heard that they and their agents are abroad in Skyrim, rooting out worshippers of Talos. I must be sure to keep a low profile. 28, second seed. Return from my trip to Whiterun to find very few flowers have bloomed here. The rest of Skyrim is covered in blooms of fiery red and piercing blue, but only a scant few have appeared in or near the town. I'll make it my mission to change that. We can use some flowers to brighten this gloomy place. Perhaps I can get Tekla to help me. 9, mid-year. Spent most of the day consoling Laud, who received news of his cousin Grimswatter's death. They were quite close as youths, and Laud drank and talked of his childhood memories. It was touching but bittersweet. 22, mid-year. A wandering peddler passed through Falkreath today. Purchased a few sticks of incense from him. He was a nice young Nord lad, following in his father's footsteps. I think his name was Valbjorn. A few days later, one of the town guards spied a pack of carrion birds circling near the road. He found young Valbjorn's corpse, victim of a bandit attack. My heart is heavy, and yet I should know better. Life and death, growth and change, the turning of the seasons, these are all aspects of mighty Arche. I should not be so affected by the death of one young man, and yet... 12, Sun's Height. Travelers pass through town speaking of the land in a grip of high summer. These are the warmest days of the year in Skyrim, but not in Falkreath. Here all is mist and fog and rain. It is always cool and damp, but the seasons have little meaning. Gosh. Solaf asked me about this today. He said that in a place of the dead, such as our great cemetery, Arche's dominion should be absolute, and yet Arche is also the Lord of Seasons, and this place seems untouched by them. I gave the best answer I could. I explained that Falkreath is indeed a place of great power for Arche, but he prefers to keep it this way, solemn and grey. Hopefully that was at least partly true, but who can possibly know the mind of a god? 20, Sun's Height. Dreams of the war again, but this time something different. I was leading a small band of Aldmeri battle mages on a mission deep into the heart of Imperial territory. We had drawn near our target, a supply depot outside of Cheydinhall, when the sky suddenly darkened. A great shadow passed over us, and there was a roar so terrible it chilled my blood. Something was flying just overhead, so huge and so dark as the blood of the sun. The dream changed then. I was here in Falkreath, performing a service for someone who had just passed away, though I do not recall who. From the corner of my eye, I saw a stranger approaching. I turned to look, but the shadow came again, and the roar, and then I awoke. Now that I reflect on the dream, I cannot help but wonder, was it a dragon? Why would I dream of such a creature when I have never seen one? It seemed so real at the time, but now the memory is fading. What it means I cannot say. Probably nothing. What's that? Why is this also slot 42?
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any question. Well, take a look. Steal anything from my shop and you'll...
I'm just itching for a fight.
Did you see a hound on the road? Fine. I asked the gate guards to look for him. If you were willing to retrieve him for me, I'd give you some fresh meat to attract him out on the road. Oh, it's a smart man to demand something up front for his work. Some gold now and some when I have my dog. Here's the meat.
Ghost is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. War is not new to Falkreath. You have only to stand and... Burying the past is much harder than burying remains. Although I have not practiced in a long time, I was once a wizard. Even when I was young, it was that power that brought me to the attention of the Thalmor in the Somerset Isles. I dream about those days still. Except I'm not me. I can see myself there, and I try to stop what I know is going to happen, but many of the Empire's troops were Nords at that point. Some of them could even have been from around here. Thank you. May Archay bless you. I won't forget this. Thank you. It's a collection of regrets that I try not to forget. Here, I promised you this. Safe travels to you. Good to see you. Good to see Skyrim still has such fun. Hello, friend.
I'm just itching for a fight.
see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away.
Vibe ain't right. I had a funny little feeling when I see how you smile. You know we can't break no bread if I can't see your eyes. I hear you call out my name. Me never know you, I go take it in vain. It's not cause I open my mind. You mustn't think I close my eyes. May I go let down my guard? You better know them out there on call. And if you are gonna run round my yard, I keep my back against the wall. Sit down tonight. You share my table, but we can't break no bread. The vibe ain't right. I had a funny little feeling when I see how you smile. smile. You share my table, but we can't break no bread. If I can't see your eyes, so sit down if you want. Let me tell you, the game them done. And if you bend the rule, them for play. You better ready for the judgment day. I had a funny little feeling when you sit down tonight. You know we can't break no bread.
Less commerce.
If the
Less
vibe
commerce
ain't right.
means less money and more starving.
I had a funny little
That means
feeling
more crime.
when I see how you smile. You share my table, but we can't break no bread. If I can't see your eyes.
Call upon me if I can be of any service. Would you look at that? Browse as much as you like, please. don't let the shop's name frighten you away. I have plenty of reliable tonics and healing potions to...
What? Oh dear. Why did that happen? How are dragons forging?
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. Welcome to... I escaped fighting in Cyrodiil, only to... Sure thing. It's yours for it. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. You hear any... Be sure to share it with me. Let me know if there's anything else you need. What can I do? I'll be sure to put it to good use. I'm heading home. If you need something. At some point you should hire good cooking. How can I help you with that? I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, the fella who wrote that...
My claws are sharp. My will to kill, unquenchable.
Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Den. Take a look. See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.
It's after 8. It's time to be open.
Falkreath's warriors always
There you
return,
are.
one way or another. If either these Nords or Imperials had some red in their blood, this war would be over. Don't let the take a look.
There we go, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Seems so bright outdoors.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any question. Well met. Take a look. steal anything from my shop.
I'm not going. Alright. What was I doing next? I don't know if I should continue playing this or move on to some other activity.
My claws are sharp. My will to kill unquenchable.
As if Skyrim didn't have
That's
enough
cool.
outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries from Hammerfell strutting about.
You can find a snow fox pelt. You're still walking out of town? God, you're slow. Ow, 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 ow.
What is it?
What is what?
You are exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, I think you'll be just what I need. You see, my name is Barbas, and I have a problem I think you can help sort out. My master and I had a bit of a falling out. We got into an argument, and it got rather heated. He's kicked me out until I find someone who can settle our disagreement. That's where you come in. Thank you. Now, since he banished me, Vio's been rather weak. He can't manifest very far from one of his shrines. I know there's a cult that worships him at Hamar's Shane. We should be able to talk to him there. If this works out, I'll make sure you're rewarded. You just don't trust any offer he makes you, okay?
Need something? Sure. All right then.
Getting mercy.
I think that's enough for now.